Hi, it's Robbie from Southern California. I'm just going to do a little update on Kitty as I sit in my garden kind of de-stressing. She's still alive, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know how. And we were back at the vet yesterday, and he gave her, I'm not sure he could have given her vitamin shots. He gave her something to stimulate her appetite. And he also, what else did he give her? Oh, this time he gave her an antibiotic shot. I can't even fathom how she's staying alive. She cannot walk, and yet she doesn't seem to be in any pain. She likes me carrying her around. I was holding her on her favorite place, the deck garden, this morning, and she was looking around, but she cannot walk anymore. She's so weak. So I don't think she's going to be around long. I'm going to have to go back to the vet, and we're going to have to start thinking about a decision because she is hanging in there. And a few comments were interesting that sometimes dogs hang in there for their owners. And I'm wondering if that's what she's doing, because if she hears a noise, she kind of lifts her head, but she sleeps for hours. You literally think she's in a coma, and then she gets up. See, she had to have an enema the other day because she can't do that anymore. So I'm just doing an update because I've had so many people ask, and it's such a beautiful day. And I'm not going to bring her out and parade her around. I wouldn't do that. I just wanted to be, you know, I've always said I'd be upfront on everything and anything. So she doesn't seem to be wanting anything like baby food chicken. We've tried baby formula. I've tried. It doesn't seem, I'm not gonna say it doesn't agree with her. She doesn't like it, and I have to feed her with a pipette or a large eye dropper like I did before. She doesn't want to eat anything on her own at all. Gary gave her some dog peanut butter ice cream. She took a little bit of that, but again, he had to put it in her mouth. So that kind of, it's still basically force feeding her. I had her checked out yesterday, and they said that she's not in pain. She's just weak. So no matter what, I will not leave her at the vet anymore, because that I didn't know until the last time I picked her up when she was there for 2 days. That I was informed that there was a time where she did nothing but scream, and I can't do that to her because she's really I guess now she's a mama's girl. And she wants to be home, and that's why I figured she'd come home and spend her last time here. So we'll see. Is she going to make it through the night? I don't know. You know what she kind of liked today? What I did was I figured something that would be nutritious. And we are giving her all kinds of stuff. I mean, I know everybody's got their ideas. And I took broccoli, and I took green and purple. We still have some purple sprouting broccoli around, with a tiny bit of turmeric because it's good for anti-inflammatory, but a tiny bit of fresh turmeric. And then I blended, I chopped it up, and I put, like you would make a tea. I seeped it in very hot water, but not boiling, because I don't want to lose the nutrients. And then after it seeped for about a half hour, I blended it up, and then I put it through a fine strainer, and it looks green. And it's more water than anything else. It would be like a broccoli tea. And you know, she's been drinking that. She likes that. I think she likes the taste, again, through an eyedropper. She doesn't want to drink anything on her own. Yesterday she was drinking water. Today she doesn't want to. So I have to continue that. That's why I'm not going to go live because I need to get back in and keep tending to her. That's mainly all I'm doing right now. She's my buddy. She's my best friend, not counting Gary. She is everything to me. And so, you know, my life's going to be like upside down for a while. And Jack's been sitting with her, and Molly's been hanging out with me a lot, which is interesting. But Molly is like, she likes running around, and she likes being out front, and it's all fenced. You know, running around chasing butterflies and stuff and doing her own thing. And Kitty's always with me, always with me. Kitty, unless she gets, you know, she goes down sometimes the new deck landing, and she'll go down, and I can't find her. She likes to hide. She's hidden before, where that's why I don't like her out of my sight. She won't come. And then I think, oh my gosh, I can't find her. Did she go on the deck? Did a hawk get her? I'm screaming. I'm looking. First I'm looking, and then I'm looking through the house. And Gary and I once spent an hour looking, and she was just somewhere under the couch or behind the couch. Just decided one time to hang out and let us look for her for a while. That's the way she is. She's extremely independent. But right now, she actually loves to be held. Oh, that's what I was saying yesterday. I went down there and I had her checked out. Is she in any pain? Because it's actually right now my vet that wants to keep trying. Because I asked him, are we like there? And he said, I want to try again. I want to try again. So they said no, she's not in any pain. That she likes to be cuddled and she likes to be held, that's usually a sign of a dog. This is according to them, that is not in pain. That a dog that's in pain doesn't want to be touched. I didn't know that. That was interesting to find out, because I was telling you about Dinky the other day. One of my, oh my gosh, an amazing dog that understood everything you said. At the end, and I was giving her, she was on heart medication. Oh my gosh, surgeries, everything to keep her alive. At the end, she didn't want me near her. She didn't want me to touch her. She turned her head. She looked away from me, and I thought she hated me. And they were explaining to me that's a sign that they want to be left alone at that point. And we did have to, Gary did take her to the vet, and unfortunately this was, so many years ago. I don't know, 15 years ago? I don't even know time right now. Gary did have to take her. It was her time. But we'll see what happens. I didn't want to leave anybody hanging, because some people think, is she gone? Did we make the decision? I can't let her suffer, because the one, that's suffering will be her. I'll be suffering missing her, but, we're all going to miss her. But I have to do what's good for her. And right now, she's comfortable. She's got her heat blanket. Oh, she loves her heat blanket. She's all fluffy, and she loves cuddling in there. And then she likes me carrying her around. And that's it. And then I came out and I worked a little bit in the garden. I think I'm going to do my strawberry tower back there. What did I do today? And Gary's working on a video. Should have that up anytime. Maybe by the time I'm done with this, he'll have it up. So he's been working on that for weeks. I don't know, but he says he's done. I don't even know what it's on. So when this will be, I get fascinated too, because I don't know. And I do have some other things I want to talk about, because I think for gardening, that will help you out. And I also want to start doing a lot of hummingbird bird baths. Just let me get through this, and it's not going to be long, because, it's like we have all been through it. All us good pet lovers have been through it. My friend came over this morning, her and her husband, and we took a walk on the property here, and they came with their dog. And like he said to me, are you prolonging this, he said, because she's going to get better, or are you prolonging this to have her hang in there? And truthfully, at this point, she is just hanging in there. She has dealt with kidney issues. She may have tiny nothing kidneys in there. We don't know. Ever since we did her first teeth, when we had her teeth done, because our vet does blood work, and that's when they noticed there were levels off. And she would look fine. She was fine. But we put her on a strict diet at that point, and she can't take beef. Oh, you give her beef, she's violently sick. So there's no beef, And it was chicken, we found out. And so we were boiling chicken. And what we do is we buy, if I can get organic, I do. But, sometimes you can't, But you boil the chicken. And what we do, it's got to be white meat, and we put it in a pot, raw chicken, and we bring it to a boil, and then we boil it for 10 minutes on a slow simmer, and then we turn it off and we put the lid on. So it's 10 minutes boiling, and then 20 minutes in the hot water, and then you drain it. You don't use that broth. I know a lot of people use that, but you do not use that broth, because the broth now, it's not the broth. The chickens now are all tumbled, and they can be tumbled in a solution of salt or other chemicals you don't know to preserve them. Because think about it, raw chicken only lasts a few days, but now it lasts for weeks because it's treated. And we know that she can't take that. So whatever they're putting in there makes her sick. So when we do it that way, she was perfectly fine. When we cook a chicken, like we roast it or even cook it on the stove anyway, and you don't do the boiling, she has issues. She used to have issues. She wouldn't look good. She'd have the runs. So we figured out right from get-go years ago that this was the best way for her. So that's the way we did her chicken. And yeah, the vet said the other day, she can have all the broccoli she wants. She doesn't even get that much. That's why I thought today I'll make a broccoli tea. And then water. They were asking me what kind of water she was getting. This was years ago. And we're in Southern California. Our water is not that perfect. And I said, well, they're getting tap water. And then they said, no tap water for her. So Gary put in a whole, I forgot what it's called, whatever. The whole system is now in the kitchen, and it is completely filtered. It filters everything out. So we use that, and we've been using that for years, and that helped too. He was worried about that because there could be a chemical in there. And being that she's only 2.5 pounds, you know, she sometimes used to make it to 3 pounds. She is a micro mini. And I told you the story already, how she wasn't even supposed to live when she was a puppy. So anyways, you don't have a lot to work with. You're not working with a 30, 40, 80-pound dog that you can, you know, like I read online. Oh, a dog can go for 5 days without eating when they're sick. She's tiny. And so I'm aware of different things like that. So she can't. But anyways, so we've done all we could. Like I said, if I didn't go through everything I went through in the beginning, I wouldn't even have had her at all. And like I said, she ended up being my best buddy. I think about 6 years ago is when she decided she'd be my best buddy. She'll be 9 in September. Before that, she was only Gary's buddy. She didn't want anything to do with me because I force-fed her to keep her alive, and she remembered. Even though I got her to eat on her own and lap up when she was 3 weeks old, between 3 and 4, she remembered. It was that lady that forced me. So she would always hang out with Gary and climb around the furniture and everything. So that's it. So I thought I'd just come on and let you know that I think this week will be it. I'm so grateful for all the prayers. I mean, like some people said, let her do what she has to do. And I've told her that, you know, if it's your time, it's your time. And it makes me feel good. And of course, I've told her whether she understands or not. You know, the point is, she knows. I told my neighbor friends that came over about that. And, you know, maybe that is just for me and for Gary. But, you know, Gary's been through a lot growing up. And he's had big losses in his life. And now my dad is sick. My dad can't walk anymore, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. So we've got a life. I'll tell you, coming out to the garden, it's amazing. It's really a stress reliever. Everybody should have a garden, be it how big or small, it doesn't matter. Just coming out here and getting your hands dirty and working in the soil and looking at plants grow, it really does therapeutically help you. And that's what I was doing today. And yesterday I was sitting here. I didn't get the video because I posted a little picture on Instagram. I was sitting right here where I'm sitting now, and I was upset. And a rabbit came right through here and sat down next to me. It was amazing. I couldn't believe it. For about 5 minutes, and I thought, I really should get a video of this. Just sat there looking at me, and I thought, well, I'll finish putting the picture on Instagram. Just a picture of a rabbit here that I had taken. And as soon as I was done, then he just hopped off. But he stood here for a long time, and they're all over the place right now. But actually came and sat next to my foot. I mean, like leaned up on my foot. I was really surprised. Almost like, I mean, they don't know, but almost like comforting. It was it was amazing. So anyways, it's a beautiful day. You can see the sky is blue, and I'm all dressed up. I had the chills the other day, but I think it's just when you're upset. I'm cold, and that's just the way I am. I'm cold because, you know, I just all that. But it's nice. I came out here and I'm kind of contemplating what I'm going to do. I got a zucchini just planted back there, and I'm going to do the strawberries. I'm going to redo the strawberry tower because it has my favorite strawberries in there, which is, oh my gosh, Seagate, I think it's called. I should know this. And the reason I like those is they don't send runners out like a lot of strawberries do. They multiply, so you divide them, but they will produce strawberries here in Southern California. I'm not sure about everywhere else, all year. So you'll always have strawberries here and there. I bought them. I bought 2 batches last time I thought of Seagates, and I didn't get them. If I don't have the name right, I'll put it across. And the last time I bought them, they weren't. So the people did not tell the truth. And the reason I knew, as soon as I planted them, they started sending out runners. And they don't have runners. They separate. So I know in there I still have some, and I'm going to separate those and get that all together. If you want to see me do it, I can just turn on the camera and do it. But I'll probably do that. I don't know if I'll do it today. I might do it tomorrow. I'll see. And then I'm going to go through and figure out where I'm going to put what. And then I might set up some flowers in the new garden. I'll have to take you down and show you the new garden. I've actually got, it's crazy. I've got mint in there right now, walking onions, and there was something else. Oh, cilantro growing. And it's the most fabulous microclimate. I didn't even know. My friend said she wants a garden. And I thought, okay, remember I talked about that. I'll be doing the garden, but that's okay. I actually saw her water today. And I went down there, and I've been spending some time down there with the fallen tree. And I said, oh my gosh, I was here the other day in my chair garden, which is down there, you know, where my chair garden is. And I was freezing. It was towards evening. The sun was just going down. I was so cold. And then I went down there, and Gary walked down with me, and I don't remember what I brought down there. I think some buckets for water. And then I said to Gary, oh my gosh, it's not cold here. And why? Because it's down in the canyon. And because it's in the canyon, there's no breeze. Like now I have a breeze. I can't even put my umbrella up. That's why we had to get the gazebo here, because the umbrella was blowing over. There's no breeze because it's in the canyon, and then there's a house there, and it blocks the wind, and it's actually warmer. This should be fascinating to set something up there. It's going to be small because I'm not going to go down there every single day. And Gary said he's not going to. He's got so much work to do on his own. So I'm going to set up maybe 2 different gardens going, because one is in full sun. One is in only morning sun. Actually, there could be 3 parts to that garden. And one has morning sun into early afternoon, and then there's no sun, which could work really good for some peppers. A lot of times peppers don't like full sun. And tomatoes, you could do both, because I grew some tomatoes here in the shade, and they grew beautiful. I couldn't believe it. So I could grow tomatoes. I'm going to see. We'll see. I'll take you down there. So anyways, that's it. I'm hoping everybody's having a wonderful day. Hug your pet for me. Give him a big kiss. And let's hope Gary gets his video up by tomorrow. So with that, you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for all the prayers and the good thoughts. And like some of you said, we don't pray, but I'm thinking of you. That's fine. That's kind of, it's comforting. That's all I wanted, was like a little, just to know. So with that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. Bye-bye. Oh, let's get some work done.